Hey folks, this is Jess from Cook Smarts, and today I'm going to teach you to make one of my favorite side dishes, sauteed fennel with green beans. It's a really great vegetable side dish. It's super quick on a weeknight, just to add a little bit of greens into your dinner. It's super healthy, and I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly. Alright, so this is one of my shortcut meals, in that I buy these green beans these are from Trader Joe's, and you can buy just any green beans, loose green beans, and put them into a microwave safe container. These are pretty thin green beans. They're called haricots verts. It's a French variety. And I'm going to pop them in the microwave for 2 minutes. The bag says 3 to 4, but I like my green beans to still be a little bit crunchy. Plus I'm going to saute them for a little bit longer after they come out of the microwave. But this just really expedites the cooking process and makes this little side dish come together really quickly on a weeknight after a long day at work. Alright, so I'm going to pop these in the microwave for 2 minutes. Alright, so our green beans are done. While they're microwaving, you can easily start on sauteing the fennel. I just didn't because this microwave is quite loud and I didn't want to have to record over that. So let me just grab our green beans. They're nice and softened and crunchy, just the way I like them. This would be just enough for a weeknight dinner. Just tossing these in a little bit of oil or a little bit of butter, throwing in some nuts in or grating some cheese over it. This is a great, easy weeknight side dish. There's no excuse to not make some vegetables to go along with your dinner, because the microwave is your friend. Don't think about it as something that you only make reheat frozen pizza in. Okay, so we've got our green beans. I'm gonna set that aside. I've got a cast iron skillet here that's been heating up on medium-high heat. I'm gonna go ahead and put some olive oil in, about a tablespoon or so. And like I said, the green beans alone are a great side dish. I really like to make it feel a little bit more special by adding fennel. I just did a video on how to chop fennel if you don't know how to chop fennel. But all I've done is I've chopped this fennel into these nice thin strips, which are going to now get sauteed up. Going to add a little pinch of kosher salt in there. Okay. You don't have to do this in a cast iron skillet. Clearly, any sort of frying pan is going to do. So I'm just going to toss them through with a wooden spoon. So I'm just going to saute this fennel up. Give it a couple of tosses. This is going to saute for about 5 minutes or so. If you find that the fennel starts to burn, just add a little bit of water. Basically, the pan sometimes does dry up, and then, the fennel could get a little bit brown on the edges. So that's fine. You want it to caramelize a little bit, but if it gets to the point where you really think it's at the point of burning, just throw in a couple tablespoons of water and let that absorb. That to me is always a really good rule of thumb. Your pan looks like it's drying up too much and the ingredients might burn. A couple of drops of water is all you need to really fix the situation. Okay? So I'm going to saute this for the next 5 minutes or so. You guys hang tight, and then I'll show you how to finish this dish off. All right, so this is what you're looking for. The fennel has gotten a nice caramelization. They've gotten a little bit golden brown. That's exactly what we want. You can go ahead and take one and chew on it and see if it's got the flavor and texture you want. I love that it's softened, but there's still a nice crunch to it. At this point, I'm going to take my green beans and I'm just going to throw them in. I'm going to just toss it through. I'm going to lower the heat a bit because this is pretty much cooked through at this point. I'm just getting them all mixed up together. I'm going to put a little bit more salt over it. When you season with kosher salt, I typically season with kosher salt. You kind of hold your hand up a little higher. It makes sure that the salt is more evenly distributed over things. Okay, so give it one final toss. And now I'm going to show you how to plate this to make it feel like a really special restaurant dish, even though it's something you made in 5 minutes time. Alright, so we've got our beautiful platter of green beans. I'm going to make it feel a little bit extra special and add a little bit more flavor with some Parmesan cheese. This is nice and hot. So let me just find my little cheese thing. All I've got is a microplane. I need a new cheese grater. So this is nice and hot. So when we grate the cheese over, it's just kind of melt right over our green beans, which is excellent. It's exactly what we want. And then I have some almonds that I'm also just gonna sprinkle over. Okay. sudden, you have this really awesome looking restaurant dish that didn't cost very much and take you too long to make. And it's a really great, awesome vegetable side dish for any weeknight that comes together pretty easily. All right, thanks for joining us here at Cook Smarts. We're always looking to help you live happier, simpler, and smarter in the kitchen.